Morning. It's going to get up to 60 degrees today, which is going to be great. It's about 25 now, so a little bit chilly, but the past couple of weeks, there had been some days we didn't have highs of 25, so I'll take it. But here lately, the boss has been doing the morning feeds because I've been out loading trucks out of the bag unloader, and we got our little seasonal helper, a real good guy, old guy. So we kind of been doing it together. But Boss Man had a meeting this morning in Grand Island, so I'm feeding and got the old boy Lee out there manning everything, which should be good. I should be done before he needs to do a bag change, so we're going to bank on that. But I'm going to get fed, get over there as quick as I can to give him a hand, and then whenever they shut us off, then I'll come back here and there's going to be other things I gotta do to the front end loader, unfortunately. Well, in case you're wondering what's going on with the front end loader, well, I'll show you. That is diesel. Good news is I know where it's coming from. Bad news is I don't know exactly where it's coming from. Thought it was just one whole assembly and piece I could put on there. According to CAT, it's one of 3 pieces. So it's going to be a fun afternoon. for the past couple of weeks, we have been unloading these bags. And it hasn't really been going great. They've been getting shut off after 1 or 2 loads, and we really haven't been getting a whole lot out. We finished the 3 bags in the other field, come down here to this one. Finally tied into this last bag, which is good. But they started out with 3 trucks, and we got a 4th. Then they finally sent a couple extra ones, but now instead of going to the ethanol plant in Lex, they're going to an elevator in Overton, and they'll ship it out from there. Whether they go to Lex with that, and I'm guessing that's what they're going to do, is just haul it twice. They just want to get it out of the field, which is great for us. Great for us. But it's been miserable. It has been a challenge. You know, and the drivers are getting a little bit cranky, and rightfully so, because you can't make any money. I mean, this kind of deal isn't a good paying thing anyway. I mean, anybody that's drove truck or hauled grain knows that. It doesn't go that far. But, you know, if you get enough rounds in, it kind of evens itself out. And they haven't been able to do that. But today, seems like things are working out a little bit better. Now, we've been having issues with that bag unloader. The got hydraulic leaks in it, which I think it's an O-ring, which isn't a hard fix. I just got to pull it apart when we're done. Then we had an issue with the ground and with the power. We had an issue with the fan going out. And to get a fan from the manufacturer, it's like $900 because you got to buy the whole assembly. So I went and I got a 10-inch oil cooler fan, which I think works better than the fan that was on it. But now we're fighting the solenoids. The solenoids are set up so that when they build too much pressure, they route everything to the tractor instead of running it through the system. So it just goes right back to the tractor, and it's a good design, it's a good safety design, but we're having issues with it. We don't know what's causing it. We thought maybe we didn't have enough fluid. We got plenty of fluid in both the tractor and the machine fluid just powers the auger. So we changed the filter. That didn't solve anything. I mean, the filter needed changed, I would assume, because it looks like the original filter that was on it. We did that, and then we run a new ground wire, and so I don't know. I don't know if we still don't have a good enough ground. I don't know if the governor's getting funky on us. I mean, I really don't know. When you call the manufacturer, they can't really give any answers on that. So I don't know. We got plastic over the governor so the hydraulic oil can't drip on it. But I don't know if we can unhook that governor or how that's going to work. We'll have to really look at it and see, just so we can get through this. And I don't know if the boss man's going to use this for another year, or if he's going to trade it off and get something different and newer. Like I say, it's a nice bag unloader. It works great. It works quick. It's just we're having a lot of issues with it this year. And then we go back to the other stuff we have issues with. Feed truck, we kept breaking chains. I think we finally got that shored up. We had AC compressor locking up. And unhook that wire there, which you kind of disable your AC system. And I mean, it didn't work anyway, but it keeps the clutch from locking in. And that's worked. And then that front end loader. What is leaking, and I'll show you guys here whenever we get back, and I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to run this mess today. But underneath the turbo is a hand pump, which I'm assuming is a priming pump, which is totally different than a truck. It's not the same as what's in a truck, but it's leaking out and around there, and I don't know exactly where it's coming from. I thought they could sell the whole assembly, but they don't. So maybe the screws are loose, you can tighten them up, solve the problem. Maybe the gasket's bad, but if you pull any of that apart, you got to replace the gasket anyway. And if you go even further in that, it could be the seal on the plunger. That could be bad too, but you don't know without really tearing into it. And the guy's kind of weary about that because you got cows to feed. So it's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I really don't know we'll see what time I can get over there today. I didn't really think that they'd be doing this kind of thing today, which is good. I'm glad they're doing it. But I don't know. It's going to be a nice day, going to be cold tomorrow. I don't really know what to do, to be honest with you. I don't know if I tear into that and then put some silicone or something in there to seal it back up until we can get a new gasket in and scrape everything clean. I really hate to do that, but if you're going to tear it apart and have to replace the gasket, then you got to do something to be able to keep using the machine, but you don't want to order stuff that you don't need, then have to worry about shipping it back. So I don't know. Talk to the boss man about it, see what he says when he gets back, but I really don't know. But we'll figure it out. Well, I lied to you guys. Told you I'd try to show you what I was talking about on that wheel loader, but boss man's feeding the cattle tonight, which is good for me. And we might actually finish this bag and be done loading corn. I'm hoping we got a guy coming to preload. He's going to call me when he gets over here or gets close. But I'm already here since the boss is feeding. But he's got a tall-sided trailer, and I'm hoping that he'll take all of this. And it looks like he's going to have enough to make a load out of it. It don't look like we're going to have to really overload him to get it on there. I hope. Well, hopefully we can finish this bag up and be done with this today, because tomorrow was supposed to be cold. High of 60 today. It got up there, a little bit windy, but not bad. Low of 25, or it was 25 this morning. I think it was a low like 20 or something. Tomorrow is a high of 19, so whatever. But as far as that loader goes, the part that I was looking at, the boss thought it was a priming pump because it had the little handle on it, primer handle. But talking to the cat guy and looking online, they got an electric primer. That little hand deal was just a backup. And that's what I kind of figured out, and me and the cat guy figured out because he didn't know. But how that all works is that deal I was looking at that's leaking is a transfer pump, which is kind of what I was thinking it was, but like I say, I'm not overly familiar with loaders. And the handle threw me. But that's exactly what it is. It's a transfer pump, and then that little lever on there is just kind of a backup in case you're having trouble getting it primed. So they had one. They're getting it shipped over. I'll hopefully have it tomorrow and probably freeze my fingers off putting the bugger on, but depending on how cold it is, if it's real cold, I'm not going to pull that all apart. But we'll see. But either way, we figured it out. We got one coming. This bag unloader, we're still having issues with the solenoid. And it's starting to look like maybe the governor is the issue, because everything runs through, or for those solenoids, runs through the governor first. We haven't really looked at it to see if we can pull that apart and make it work that way. I don't know if we just want to order a new one or what the boss's plan is with the whole thing, but we'll figure that out at another day. If we can get this done today, we'll go park this over there in the grass and plug that tractor in. Maybe I'll just leave it hooked up. I don't know. But either way, I'll be done messing with it for now until it warms up. But at any rate, guys, I'm going to cut this off here. Wait on that other guy to show up, and everything will be good to go. So as always, guys, I thank you all for watching.